Welcome to College Sport Check for this Monday, February 22nd, 2016. And this is Manny Allegretta, College Sport Check, available at apodradio.com, Spreaker.com, #sports. So here, scores and schedules. First, we'll start with the scores, and it's the college basketball scores from Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Start with Friday, February 19th, as follows. Kent State defeats Akron 85-76. Penn over Brown 79-74. Dartmouth over Cornell 78-66. Oral Roberts over Denver 62-58. Detroit over Illinois Chicago 83-72. Columbia over Harvard 90-76. Iona defeats Monmouth 83-67. Ball State over Northern Illinois 63-59. Valparaiso over Oakland 86-84. VCU defeats Richmond 87-74. Siena over Rider 84-64. Princeton over Yale 75-63. And those are the scores for Friday. Here are the college basketball scores from Saturday, February 20th, here at College Sport Check, home of the scores. Villanova defeats Butler 77-67. Kansas over Kansas State 72-63. I was pulling for State. Oklahoma over West Virginia 75-62. UNC defeats Miami 96-71. Xavier over Georgetown 88-70. Iowa State over TCU 92-83. Texas A&M defeats Kentucky 79-77. St. Bonaventure over Dayton 79-72. Oregon over Oregon State 91-81. Indiana defeats Purdue 77-73. Louisville over Duke 71-64. Georgia Tech over Notre Dame 73-62. Baylor defeating Texas 78-64. Alcorn State over Alabama A&M 62-82, and Georgia State over Arkansas State 69-61. Army defeats the Navy 80-78. Bethune-Cookman over Florida A&M 56-54. Buffalo over Bowling Green 88-74. Princeton defeats Brown 77-66. Cal State Bakersfield over Texas Pan American 70-57. Long Beach State over Cal State Fullerton 70-57. Cal State Northridge defeating Cal Poly 75-71. Campbell over Charleston Southern 74-72. NC State over Clemson 77-74. Western Michigan defeats Central Michigan 92-84. Sam Houston State defeating Central Arkansas 105-75, and Northern Kentucky over Charlotte 59-54. Grand Canyon over Chicago State 67-52. Milwaukee over Cleveland State 88-54. UCLA over Colorado 77-53. Cincinnati defeats Connecticut 65-60. Columbia over Dartmouth 73-54. James Madison over Delaware 75-50. Bradley defeats Drake 73-70. Drexel over William and Mary 74-69. Rhode Island over Tecumseh 77-74. East Tennessee State defeats Mercer 77-74. Eastern Illinois over Southern Missouri State 71-68. And Portland State defeating Eastern Washington 107-91. Towson over Ellen 67-56. Rice over Florida International 86-70. Fairfield over Niagara 71-59. South Carolina defeats Florida 73-69, and North Texas over Florida Atlantic 70-62. Virginia Tech defeats Florida State 83-73. St. Louis defeats Fordham 76-68. Wolford over Furman 77-73. Vanderbilt over Georgia 80-67. Harvard defeats Cornell 76-74. Hawaii over UC Irvine 75-71, and High Point over Radford 75-71. to 72. North Dakota State defeats IUPUI 63-59. Sacramento State over Idaho 68-65. Idaho State over Southern Utah 89-71. Northern Iowa defeats Illinois State 75-66. Texas A&M CC over the Incarnate Word 90-69. Jackson State over Grambling 61-58. Tennessee State defeating Jacksonville State 61-46. FGCU defeats Kennesaw State 68-63. LIU Brooklyn over St. Francis of Pennsylvania 94-89. Tennessee over LSU 81-65. Texas State over Louisiana Lafayette 61-57. Louisiana Monroe defeats Texas Arlington 64-61. Lamar over McGee State 87-76. Lipscomb over Stetson 77-74. Gardner-Webb over Longwood 81-71. UTEP over Louisiana Tech 91-80. Canisius over Marist 81-66. Marquette defeats DePaul 73-60. Binghamton over UMass Lowell 81-77. South Florida over Memphis 80-71. And OH10, Ohio defeating Miami of Ohio 75-64. And MISSI Ole Miss defeats Auburn 69-59. And Mississippi State defeats Alabama 67-61. Arkansas over Missouri 84-77. Montana over Montana State 87-78. Mount St. Mary's over Bryant 71-53. Murray State defeats Austin Peay 76-60. North Carolina Central over Morgan State 73-59. And NJIT defeats Jacksonville 73-58. UNLV defeats Nevada 102-91. New Hampshire over Hartford 74-63. Air Force over New Mexico 76-72. Savannah State defeats Howard 66-56. UTSA over Southern Mississippi 74-53. Alabama State over Southern University 77-68. St. Francis of Brooklyn defeats Robert Morris 82-72. Washington over Stanford 64-53. Texas Southern over Mississippi Valley State 68-67. Stephen F. Austin defeats Nicholls State 88-53. Belmont over Tennessee Tech 95-86. Texas Tech over Oklahoma State 71-61. Eastern Michigan defeats Toledo 91-85. Appalachian State over Troy 78-74. Arkansas Little Rock over Georgia Southern 75-61. UC Santa Barbara over UC Davis 62-55. This is College Sport Check. Utah Valley State defeats UMKC 79-70. Winthrop over North Carolina Asheville 81-80. And North Carolina Greensboro defeating Chattanooga 79-64. North Carolina Wilmington defeats Charleston 59-55. Fresno State defeats Utah State 75-68. Sanford over VMI 73-67. Vermont over Vermont over UMBC 99-54. Wagner over Central Connecticut State 83-57. Webb State over Northern Arizona 77-74. Western Carolina defeats Citadel 102-97. And Wyoming defeats Colorado State 84-66. Yale over Penn 79-58. And Green Bay defeats YSU 107-90. New Orleans defeating Northwestern State 102-99. Delaware State over Norfolk 67-54. North Dakota over Northern Colorado 74-73. Wright State over Northern Kentucky 67-64. Portland over Pacific 80-67. Ohio State over Nebraska 65-62. Marshall defeating Old Dominion 82-65. IPFW over Omaha, 94-90. Penn State over Rutgers, 70-58. Pittsburgh defeats Syracuse, 66-52. Prairie View A&M over Arkansas Pine Bluff, 57-55. Presbyterian over Liberty University, 79-73. South Carolina State defeats Maryland Eastern Shore, 62-58. North Florida over South Carolina Upstate, 81-78. Tennessee Martin over SIUE, 68-51. Sacred Heart over Fairleigh Dickinson, 91-86. Davidson over St. Joseph's, 99-93. BYU over San Diego, 91-33. LMU defeating San Francisco, 100-87. South Dakota State over Western Illinois, 87-67. Evansville over Southern Illinois, 83-71. New Mexico State over Seattle, 70-57, and Pepperdine defeating Santa Clara, 88-76. And those are the scores from Saturday. College Sport Check. Here is the college basketball scores from Sunday. February 21st, Maryland defeating Michigan 86-82. SMU over East Carolina 74-63. American University over Holy Cross 71-70. Wake Forest defeats Boston College 74-48, and Bucknell defeats Boston University 80-59. California over Washington State 80-62. Denver over South Dakota 76-71. Valparaiso over Detroit 90-74. UMass over George Mason, 70-64. Wisconsin over Illinois, 69-60. George Washington over LaSalle, 90-50. Lehigh over Lafayette, 73-61. Colgate defeats Loyola Maryland, 93-90. Loyola Chicago defeats Missouri State, 75-62. And Manhattan defeats Quinnipiac 63-59. Monmouth over St. Peter's 82-75. Hofstra over Northeastern 65-60. Oakland over Illinois Chicago 74-63. San Diego State over San Jose State 78-56. Abilene Christian over Southeast Louisiana 91-80. Temple over Houston 69-66. Tulsa defeats Central Florida 75-67. Seton Hall over St. John's 62-61. Stony Brook over Maine 75-56. Alabama Birmingham over Middle Tennessee 77-67. Utah over USC 80-69. Wichita State defeats Indiana State 84-51. All right, so here is the what's going on tonight. So if you want to watch a little basketball, 7 o'clock, Virginia and Miami over on ESPN. Texas and K-State over on ESPNU. At 9 o'clock, it's Iowa State and West Virginia, ESPN. And then for Tuesday, 7 o'clock, Alabama and Kentucky, ESPN. Then at 8 o'clock on Tuesday, Kansas and Baylor over on ESPN2. Dayton and St. Louis on the CBS Sports Network. And then 9 o'clock Tuesday, it's Michigan State and Ohio State, and that's over on ESPN. From the Podcasting Center in New York, I'm your host, Manny A. Be good and be safe. And this has been College Sport Check.
That's it, sports fans. Thanks for watching, and good night.